I wanted to film a short video today to show you how to choose your colors for your Wingspan Mystery Shawl. In the printable instructions, you will see that it called for 2 fingering weight sock yarn in contrasting colors, high contrast. And what I've done is I've set up a little bit of an example of how you can look at your yarn to see if it will work. I have light colors here, mid-tones here, and darks here. If you want something that's high contrast, you're going to want to pick something from the light and something from the dark. Those are very high contrast. This mid-tone here would be pretty high contrast for this one. It would be high contrast for this one as well. But it still reads mid-tone when it comes to the dark colors over there. And this, you'd have this light gray and this dark gray. These would work pretty good together. Or you want to pop it up, add some red. The thing is, you don't want to pick something like this and put it with that. That's not high enough of a contrast. Yes, there's black and white in there, but it reads gray. So this is not high contrast. So this wouldn't really work. Then you have this speckled. The pattern says that you want a more solid, and you can put a speckled with it. This is actually a more maroonish purple, dark purple, and this one would work really well together because you can see these two are like that. You also have this one. It's multicolored. It has some purples, some creams, and some green, but because they're so light, it reads very well over here with the light colors. The dark colors over here, this is bright, but it reads dark. But it would not work really well with this one. This one has too many of the same similar tones of yellow in it. So even though this one is a light and this one's a dark, there's going to be places that there won't be a high contrast. You see that right there. So if I wanted to use this really pretty speckled with lots of yellow, I wouldn't choose this yarn. I might choose this yarn, even though there's a little bit of red pop in there. There's not enough of it to be off, to not work. Another one in the mid-tone is this, and the reason I put this one in mid-tone is because it's not as dark as, say, this red and gray. It's not as dark as this, and this actually would be a high enough contrast because this is really red and this is more pinks, purples. This is on the more cool tone and this is more on the warm tone. Now this one goes between light and dark, so you would need something that would really contrast between this one. You couldn't use this one because, as you can see, the two sides here, they're not enough contrast. That one's not going to be enough contrast. So this one would not work with lights, but it might work really well with a dark. Same color family, but this one's dark enough and has enough oomph to it to give high enough contrast to this one, even with this dark color in there. And going to this marled one, I do like marled yarn. It's really pretty. I wouldn't put it with this one. You might, but you've got too much white. So I would put this one with a bright color. Say red, even this yellow might work. Definitely this green, but I wouldn't do it with this one or this one. Maybe not. Or this one. This one is not going to contrast enough when you work it up. Getting to where the swatching, I have this one, which it has some blues and some golds and creams and this dark gray and black. This color combination will work together great because you can see a very distinct color change between the garter ridges. If you look here, you can see that there is a distinct, really dark difference. You have a light and a dark. So that basically is how you choose your colors for your Wingspan shawl. One of the things else you can do is make sure you go ahead and do your swatch, because that way you can check your gauge. Do it with the needles that you are going to work with. This is a size 5 DPN. I do start my shawls on a DPN, and there will be another video to show you how to start the shawl for Clue 1. But this is how it is. So you can see it's a 4-inch swatch, and so when you do your 20, cast on 20 and do your 20 rows, it's going to be, you want to do 2 rows of each color, and then so that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So it'll be double this size. It would almost be better to do 20 garter ridges and count this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to make sure you've got gauge. And also what you can do is this way, gauge is not that important, but it also, because it is a shawl, but you can see if you like your fabric. I like my shawl fabric like this before it's blocked, and so when I block it, it will open up and it'll be even drapier. I hope that helps you, and I look forward to seeing what you knit up with the Wingspan Mystery Shawl.